On a computer, maybe not as much based on the size of your display, but on iPads and Surface Pros, because they have a smaller display, we quickly use up a lot of our screen space by all the palettes, and then either by opening and closing them or showing and hiding the interface, we always, how could I say that, switch between, or not switch between, actually switch between organizing the interface, painting, going back to the interface and painting, and that's not really very efficient. Essentially, the tools we really need for most of the time is the color palette and the layer. The rest, not necessarily. We might switch between some of the tools in industrial design sketching and maybe adjust the size of a brush, but if we try to how could I say that, work with consistency or work with consistently the same brushes or so, then we don't really want to adjust too many of these settings. So what I'm going to show you now is how we can create a custom panel. So you go to View and then I select Custom One, and you see I have some elements there. You can click on this wrench and screwdriver icon, and that actually then allows you to edit it. And you saw that I just dragged all the different elements out and that removed them. So now we can start populating it. Let's start actually with our tool selection. So which are the most important tools we use? I definitely work a lot with this hatching one, so I drag it over. Then obviously my marker, the brush I use. You see I have to turn off the adjust interface when I navigate actually my tool a little bit. I would like to have my generic brush, pencil maybe. I would like to have my is this the Sharpie? Is that the one I want? Yes. And there. Okay. And then here I can rearrange them a little bit the way how I want. Okay, great. So now this one I can close. You might say, hey, why didn't you bring over your eraser? Well, the thing is, every brush we have, we can turn automatically also into an eraser by simply turning on the erase function. So that I will do now. So this one I make a little bit bigger. You see you have a maximum width at the moment. Unfortunately, we can't really make them more wide, so I will make this maybe this size, and you see we'll use up a lot less screen space. So turn on the edit function, and here is the erase option. Then what we can pop in, our tool for the size, the opacity. Be careful, as you saw, I adjusted the interface, and based on the zoom level of your interface, how do I make this smaller now? Hold on. Here. Let's scale this one down there. Based on the zoom level you have, we can then, how could I say that, have different sizes. I by accident made this unfortunately a little bit too big, so global scale. Scale this one down. Come on, there it is. And there it's back. Which scale do I have here? 1, and this one should be a 1 as well. Okay, that's all set back. Good. There. So let's go back. Opacity I would like to have. This is still switching the zoom thing, so I had this one maybe this level so it's easy to read. There. Okay, so let's go out, and just plug those back in. Number one, opacity, maybe the stabilizer there. If we want, we could also add the slider for switching the brush between normal and multiply. And then if we want, also down here, we can add some extra functions. So as you can see, then we don't really need even the tool palette. We can completely get rid of it. Maybe the magic wand. Anything else we might need from there? Nope, that's basically it. Close it. Okay, close this one. And then the layer we can put to there. This one we can put to there. And there. As you can see now, we have a really nice small set of tools. I can easily adjust my my elements there, opacity, or turn the stabilizer on. If I quickly want to do a selection, I can do this and then modify that selection. Make another selection, maybe switch to a round selection. We can fill that selection. So you see, you can customize then this way your interface and only see the tools you want to work with the most, and this way then you do not waste precious screen space with all these other options you might not necessarily work with.